truth be told, I don't know what's going on either.
You can just say my name. It's fine.
Okay, I'll say your name, and then you say your name.
You can get the privilege.
Okay. It's a privilege to say your name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I like the confidence.
Yeah.
There we go.
See, I'm being a leader now. I'm taking initiative and being confident. Yeah.
All right. Tell us. Now, if you're going to be a leader, we're going to start this completely over. I'm going to throw a curveball. All right. So, Kaylee, we talked a little bit about being a leader. Tell me more about that.
Well, I think being a leader means you have to take initiative. Especially the softball season, with a new coach, new conference, everything was different. And being a senior, and being a captain, I had to really step into that leadership role. And being a leader means sacrificing for others, taking the blame for things that might not always be yours, but being accountable for things. And I think having a leader on the softball team, especially with the record and the season that we had, was incredibly important.
Welcome to Jacket Talk on LEB TV.
I'm Monty Hayes, Community President at Mid-Missouri Bank in Lebanon. We have the best products and services with friendly faces you know as your neighbors. Our financial experts and community leaders live, work, and play where you do. In a world that is constantly changing, we have the technology and security to allow you to bank from anywhere. Our lobby and drive-thru is open 6 days a week at 278 North Jefferson, or visit us online at openaccounts.midmobank.com. Go Jackets!
That's cool. Now, Hayden, Kaylee mentioned leadership. Obviously, you're an underclassman, sophomore, will be a junior. Big plans for softball. Tell me what it's like to be on a team with leaders like Kaylee.
I mean, it's one of the most best experiences you could ever have. Having leaders like Kaylee on the team just makes you feel excited to come to practice every day. Especially when she's there just smiling at you, just ready to take ground balls or fly balls, or just like whenever you get back to the dugout, no matter what, Kaylee's like, keep your head up, you're okay, you got next one. It's just really special to have someone like her in the dugout.
That's awesome. Welcome to Jacket Talk Overtime. I'm Ramsey with LEB TV and Jacket Nation Sports, and today we're sitting down with Kaylee Howerton, senior, who just signed her letter of intent.
Literally like an hour ago.
Saw the pictures. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're also sitting here with
Hayden McCormick.
We battled prior to who says whose name versus who says their own name. But girls, we're excited to have you on. Obviously, it's not softball season, but I know you guys are heavily involved with the program. You also mentioned travel ball. So kind of give us a day in the life of Hayden and Kaylee right now.
Oh, so I wake up like 5 minutes before I have to leave.
Atta girl.
I just get to school, do my work. Most of the time I'm watching softball at school or just kind of hanging out at school.
Gotcha. Looking forward to softball after school.
Yeah. Then I just go after, even if I don't have practice, I just go home, work on stuff.
Gotcha. You excited?
Yeah.
Season will be here before you know it.
I know. I'm really excited.
All right. Let's kind of switch gears though, because Kaylee, yeah. See, I this is where I go brain dead. Last year, senior year, just signed to play college softball. Where at?
East Central.
All right. So has it sunk in yet? Obviously, you played in the fall, but it's kind of over.
Yeah,
but it's not really over.
Yeah.
So what's that like?
It feels weird. Like, it's really hard to know that like I'm not gonna show up to school next year and I'm not gonna get to play with like Hayden and all the other girls that I've grown such a strong relationship with.
Right.
But I'm also excited to be opening a new chapter and getting to continue playing in college.
Gotcha. And you said you're going to East Central, right? Why there?
I went on a lot of college visits before. East Central was the last place I went, actually, which is kind of ironic. But the second I walked in, I knew a lot of the girls already. The girls actually gave me my tour, which is a lot different than going to the other colleges. And I think it really just made it feel more like a family aspect, and it felt like home. Plus, it's only like an hour and 45 minutes away, so I can come watch the Lebanon softball team, and I can go home to my family, which played a major role in that.
Well, that's cool. I'm excited for you. I know it'll be different, but you mentioned you don't stop playing ball. You're
Never.
currently in travel ball, right? What's that like?
It's exhausting. I went on a trip actually for school, and I got back on Saturday, and then I turned around and played 5 games on Sunday.
Gotcha.
Pitched 3 of them, so my arm is hurting.
Yeah.
But it's a grind always.
And you're not as flexible as Kaylee. Or as
Hayden,
Hayden.
yeah.
Sorry, excuse me.
No, I'm not at all.
So Hayden, obviously, Kaylee's gone next year. You're going to assume even more of a leadership role, but kind of tell me what you've learned from those girls and how you're going to take that to be a leader yourself.
I've learned to, even after a loss, to stay positive, because they always find the positive in anything and everything. And I've really learned just how to stay positive with my team, stay positive in the situation, even if we get beat 21-0 like we did. Just they were smiling in the dugout, being positive, and I will definitely take that away from them.
Gotcha. What are you looking forward to most junior and senior year?
Driving to practice.
I was expecting something different.
What were you expecting?
Not that.
So are you driving currently or are you about to turn 16?
I'm driving currently.
How was that?
Great.
Were you nervous?
No.
Were you, okay, that's one thing that I think is completely different from when I grew up. When we grew up, like the day you turned 16, you traveled wherever you could to find your driver's test. And it's always been on Thursdays in Lebanon, but I went to Mountain Grove because I turned 16 on a Sunday
Ew.
and wanted to drive on Monday. Is that what you guys did? Or were you because I know some, like my own daughter, waited a week. Like she didn't really care to get her license. What were you guys like?
Well, when I got my license, we had 13 inches of snow outside.
Okay.
It was in February during that big snowstorm. So I had to wait till all the snow was clear, and I was not very happy about that.
You just look out the window and see your car and be like, that could be me.
I know. I was like, can I drive in the snow? I was going to attach a plow. I was going to find some way to take that
Touch
test.
a plow.
Yeah. I was going to find some way to take my test
But you had to wait, and ultimately you passed.
by 1 point, but I passed.
Hey, you passed.
Really?
What about you?
I drove all the way to Ozark to take my driver's
Okay,
test,
so
but I turned 16 on a Sunday, and so I went on a Monday. But
Yeah. So you looked
Yeah.
at me like I was crazy because going to Mountain Grove
No,
and
I'm
Ozark
not
and
judging.
Mountain Grove is about
they're not that far away.
Yeah, they're about
But
the same.
unlike Hayden, I passed my driver's test with a 98, so
I kind of would have figured you were. Are you a book nerd?
I am. Yeah.
What's grades like in school? When you go to
always-
school, because you mentioned earlier you only have 30 minutes left today.
Yeah. I've always top 10 in my class.
Good for you.
Yeah. Take it really seriously.
School. I feel like you're gonna have the opposite answer.
Well, I have always, but I just kind of breeze through like top 30.
Okay.
As long as I pass and I've got all A's.
College plans?
I would like to play softball in college and go to a decent college school
Yeah.
for academics as well.
Stay close or go away?
Anywhere where I can play softball is where I want to go.
Softball's the goal. Academics are second. That's all right though. Nothing wrong with that.
My name is Jaysha Connor, owner and nurse practitioner here at Ginger Wellness. I believe that sometimes healthcare does too much, and I believe that's where wellness centers can really bridge that gap and really give people some confidence in natural ways, healthier ways, to really improve quality of life and to get healthy.
We want to feel better and live better lives. It's not about quantity, it's a lot about quality of your life.
Ginger Wellness is where I went to get my quality of life back.
So give me your most memorable high school moment. It doesn't even have to be sports. Just if it is sports, that's great. But just tell me something that you remember from high school that you'll always remember.
Honestly, I know this is going to sound cliche, but all the bus rides and just getting to spend time with like the softball team as a whole, especially this year, because the family dynamic was so much stronger than it has been the past 3 years before. It just was so much fun. Like I didn't even want to go practice. I just want to spend time with them. And I've created so many memories that I will forever cherish. I think that would be my favorite part.
You said specifically the family dynamic this year. What changed?
Coach, unfortunately. Also, I think with a new coach, new conference, it made us realize that we all were going to have to be together or else it wasn't going to function like it should, which I think made it a lot better.
All right. And for you? Best so far memory. You don't have many. You have some, but still a few more years.
I would say we got home from a game and me and like 4 other girls decided to spend the night in my shop. So we just drove around till like midnight and we were still in our like softball uniforms. Disgusting. And we just went out and slept in my shop.
Like is there beds in the shop or like
We slept in lawn chairs.
Okay.
That
fair.
sounds disgusting. I had a concussion that game. I couldn't go.
Oh no. What was that like?
I felt out of it.
Just
Like you could probably ask Hayden. I was sitting in the dugout with my sunglasses on. My head's like I'm spinning.
right.
She was just looking around in circles. I was like, you okay?
Yeah, it was rough.
What happened?
I was diving back and I collided with the girl's head and my head slammed on the ground.
I'm curious because, you only have a limited amount of games in high school. And it sounds like you had to miss at least one or multiple.
I didn't actually, it happened on like a weekend, or like right before the weekend. So I kind of got lucky, but I would have played no matter what. Nobody had to know.
But we'll cut that part out. No. High school sports are different. They're I don't think, and I'm not trying to discourage you from college at all, but it's just, you guys both mentioned it, the memories. We've talked to a lot of kids this year, and the common theme is those bus rides and those different kind of off the field experiences. So it's cool to hear you guys all talk about it and all kind of have the same thing, because me and my buddies, we still talk about it. It's, those we talk about wins and losses and things like that, but it's the bonds you create. I know the football team uses brotherhood and things like that. Do you guys have does the program have like a word? I know you mentioned family.
Not like in that aspect. I mean, our main motto is like hard work pays off.
Hard work pays off.
Yeah. So it's on all of our shirts and everything. So.
Gotcha. So summer plans include travel ball for both of you? Mm-hmm. And then when do you report to school?
August 8th is when I move in.
Is when you move in.
Yep.
Dorm life. You excited?
I actually get to live in an apartment with 3 of the other softball girls. So I'm excited to have my own room, my own bathroom. I'm living the life.
You're going to live the life?
Yeah.
For you, summer, work, anything like that, or just all softball?
I do have to work this summer with my dad, but I will definitely be focused on softball a lot this summer.
What kind of work you do with your dad?
He owns a used car lot in town, so I work with him.
Oh, cool. Are you gonna be cleaning cars or what? Mm-hmm. You like that?
Yeah.
What's the grossest thing you've ever found in a car?
We found weed in there one day.
Oh, okay. All right.
In a used diaper. That was really gross.
You found weed in a used diaper?
No, and a used diaper.
What'd you do with the diaper? Did you did one of those where you like that, or were you just like, all right, here?
I had gloves on, so it wasn't too bad.
Wasn't too bad?
Just kind of threw it in the trash.
Describe the smell.
Gross.
Just gross.
It was just, the whole car just smelled bad.
You want to clean cars with her this
No,
summer?
I do
Sounds
not.
like fun.
I think I'll stick to my my prescription filling and
Stuff like that?
yeah.
All right. So one thing we always like to talk about on these, obviously, there's folks that have made this possible for you both. Kind of who are some of your mentors or your family or anybody you want to thank for giving you the opportunity?
Well, obviously my family, but somebody that has made a huge impact on me is actually our assistant coach, Kaylee and Hayden. Before she was their assistant coach, she made me the pitcher that I am today. She worked through me. She mentored me. She was at everything that she could be. And I don't think I'd be anywhere where I am right now without her. So I owe her everything.
Awesome. Well, I know she's heavily involved, and I know she probably enjoys seeing your successes. So good on you for recognizing that. Hayden?
I would say my dad is a major part. He's been my coach ever since I could walk. He's the one that gave me, like, one day I just walked outside and he handed me a ball and we just started throwing back and forth. And another one for me would be Mr. Starnes, Kyle Starnes out at Jolly Barber. I went to elementary school there and he made me into an athlete that I am. I was like freakishly skinny, didn't have any muscle, really just a weak kid. And he took me from that to an athlete, made me faster and stronger. So I really have him to thank for all my success.
That's awesome. Well, girls, we appreciate you guys coming in. We're excited for the future. I know you're excited to be a new leader and kind of take on that role. And obviously college and that experience is going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for you. We appreciate you guys sitting down with us. One last question, though. What's your favorite food?
I'm a big chicken Alfredo girl. I
Chicken
love pasta.
Pasta, okay.
Steak,
Steak. How do you have it cooked?
medium rare.
Medium rare, okay. I can get down with that. I appreciate that. Chicken Alfredo. Who has the best chicken Alfredo? Or does mom make it?
My mom makes really good chicken Alfredo.
Okay. I think I know who your mom is. I think you could probably, she probably
She
knows her
can
way.
cook up a good chicken Alfredo.
How often does she do that for you?
Quite often, actually. I have alpha gal, so I can eat meat. So she's just stuck eating the constant cycle of chicken and pasta.
Chicken and pasta. Well, that's all right. You like it like blackened or just seasoned?
It
lemon?
depends. Honestly, I'll eat any of it. It's
gotcha.
so good.
Awesome. Well, girls, thank you again. We'll be watching out for your success going forward, and we're excited for to stream some games next fall. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
You ready? Yeah. 1, 2. Go Jackets!
All right. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Welcome to Jacket Talk on LEB TV.